So with Thanksgiving right around the corner, it's always a good idea to focus on the idea of gratitude. We hear a lot about that, and gratitude, like peace, is an inside job. And I love that quote. Gratitude and happiness comes from wanting what we have, or having what we, not necessarily having what we want, but wanting what we have. So I had a hard time getting those words out this morning. So I invite you today, if you are grateful, whether it's a person, an experience, and of course, working with the body, doing yoga, to be grateful to our bodies, because this is the vehicle that allows us to travel through our life and have our experiences. So with that, let's begin our practice. And I know I'm grateful now that this weather has turned on the chilly side, to have a nice warm house, to have a nice warm bed, two lovely pugs, and a great partner to come home to. So I'm taking my seat. I invite you to do the same. Give yourself a few moments to settle in, put aside the rest of the day, circling your shoulders if they're holding on to any tension or tightness. And I'm just going to circle on my hips, getting rid of some of those kinks, going the other way. And then gradually bringing that to stillness, feeling my feet on the floor, feeling my whole body land in this moment. Allowing your eyes to close or gazing towards the floor. We direct our attention to what's going on inside the body, the breath, our emotions, whatever is present. Let each and everything and each and every feeling be part of your practice this morning. No exclusions. Inviting the breath now to extend slightly at the exhale, so that you're breathing in fully but without tension, and breathing out completely. And each of those extended breaths helps the body find ease. Let's take 3 more breaths just like this. And when you complete that third exhale, just gently putting that technique aside, allowing your natural breath to find you once again, and taking a moment to notice how you feel. Opening your eyes if they're closed, bringing your hands to heart center. And let's reach out our energy and our voices to everybody who's joining us in practice this morning, whether in person or maybe later on the recorded version. So taking a deep breath in. Om. Om Shanti, peace. May we all know peace. And as you breathe in, allow your head to lift. And as you exhale, chin drops towards the chest. Breathing in and lifting. Exhaling and lowering. So notice that you are making the yes sign with your head. And what is it you'd like to say yes to today? What would you like to invite into your life? Bringing that to center. Let's turn and look over the right shoulder. Breathe in and exhale to the left. Working with the breath, breathing in and pivoting to the right. So now we're saying no. And as you do that, think about, what is it in my life I can let go of? Maybe some needless worry, some anxiety. Whatever it is, just letting it go. Don't need that in my life right now. One more time. Left to right. Returning your head to center and letting the left ear fall towards the left shoulder. So we're not picking the shoulder up. We're just letting the weight of the head. I'm going to place my left hand on top of my head just for a little extra weight. You can release the right hand down to the floor and do some gentle forward and back movements, but only if this feels right. Good, release that and return it to center. And we'll see what the other side holds. Right shoulder, right ear, right shoulder coming closer together. Placing the right hand on top of the head, letting the left arm drop down. So we're looking for just the right sensation here. We're just beginning our practice, so the body's a little creaky, a little cool. So we need to give it some time. Good, and then return that to center. Good. So bring your palms in front of you and round your back towards the back of the chair. And as you inhale, imagine you're a bird, spreading your wings, drawing your arms back, looking up at the sky. And exhale. So there's a little bit of a spinal tilt going on here, just like we do with cat and dog. And again, starting gently. Give the body a chance to warm up. Breathing in, arms spread wide. Exhale, close. One more time, open those wings. Exhale, bring them together. Tuck your chin. Good, and release your hands down. So let's breathe the left arm up and begin to sweep it from side to side. So we want to open up the muscles between the ribs so we have more room to move and more room for breath. And be grateful for your breath. Such a gift. This time when I reach across, I'm going to pause. Again, releasing the right hand down for a deeper stretch. And remembering to breathe. Good, reaching up, and let's bend that elbow. Place the palm between your shoulder blades. And cradle that elbow with the right palm. Find the breath right away. So let's take one more breath here, and then holding your arms in this position, gently turn to the right, back through center, and to the left. Let's just do that again from side to side, to the right, and to the left. And then a very gentle forward fold. Let the breath take it. So inhaling, bringing yourself back up again. Release the hands. And notice how you feel. Let's go to the other side. So right arm reaches up and begins to sweep across the ceiling. Sweeping across. Exhaling as you come across. Inhaling as the arm drops down. So this time I'm going to pause as I reach. Allow the left arm to relax down. Focus your attention on the side body where the stretch is the most strong. Good. So I'm going to bend that elbow now and place it between my shoulder blades and cradle the elbow and breathe. Drawing the elbows back and the shoulders back as far as they'd like to go. Deep breaths into the belly. Nice, easy, long exhale. Good. Let's twist to the left. Bring it back to center and exhale to the right. Exhale. Exhale. Back through center and a forward fold. One more time. Make sure your neck is relaxed and your breath is steady. Good. And inhale, come on up. Open your arms wide and then exhale, touch your fingertips to your shoulders. Open wide on the in-breath and close on the exhale. So try to keep your elbows directly out from your shoulders. But if your arms get tired, you can always lower them a little bit. Totally up to you. Leaving your fingertips on your shoulders, circle the elbows. And go the other way. Good. So let's do that wing breath again, only with the fingertips on the shoulders. So as you exhale, draw your elbows towards each other. Maybe they won't touch. Exhale the breath, round your back. And then inhale, elbows back, head looks up. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. One last time here. Exhaling, rounding the spine, tucking the chin. Inhale, open wide. Open your arms out. Turn the palms down. And let your palms rest on your thighs. Take a breath. So let's move into seated cobra and yoga mudra. So both of those are wonderful heart-opening poses, good for the breath, good for the back. So holding on to the back of your chair, you want to lower down. As you breathe in, allow the chest to pull forward. So there's tension on your arms and you're pulling yourself forward, looking up. Don't hold your breath and relax. Let's do that twice more. Inhale and exhale. And one more time, inhale, chest comes forward. Feel this in your lower back and relax. Good. Release your hands. So yoga mudra is a good reminder because it places our heart above our head. And your heart is where all of your true wisdom really lies. Sometimes we get too caught up in our own thoughts, make ourselves anxious and worried without reason. So to try to stay centered in that wisdom that you know lives inside your heart. So let's extend the arms in front and turn the palms outward. Take a breath in and now sweep those arms around behind your back. If you can, interlace your fingers and draw your palms together. I'll stand up and turn around so you can see. So I'm squeezing the palms together and drawing the hands further down. That helps to open the shoulders. Separate your feet a little wider. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, fold forward in your chair. So your hands can stay at the lower back, or if you'd like, you can lift them away from your back for a deeper stretch. Make sure you keep breathing. Good. And inhale, bring it up. One more squeeze in those shoulder blades. Great. Release the hands. Let the arms float around to the front and relax. Take a breath. Good. Let's warm up a little more with a couple of sun salutations. So pressing your palms together at heart center. Let's breathe in and swoop the arms up. On an exhale, do a little bit of a back bend. Breathe it back to mountain. And now open those wings again, fold forward. Let the breath go. Placing palms on knees, come up halfway as you breathe in. Exhale and fold. Inhaling, arms sweep up. Reach it back. Take the breath into mountain and exhaling right back to your heart. Let's do that again. Breath in and exhale, reach it back. Coming back to mountain and now the forward fold, arms wide. Halfway up, palms to knees. Exhale and fold. Inhaling, arms sweep up. A nice reach back here. Back to mountain and back to your heart. Pause for just a couple of breaths. Good, and relax. So let's do a little bit of work on the lower body, and we're going to work the abdominals a little bit. We're coming into the season, the eating season, where there's lots of opportunities to overindulge food and drink. So we need to take care of the body and also maybe burn off a few little extra calories. So let's go for a little walk. You can pump your arms. This adds a little intensity to it. And you know what's coming next. So you can stick with that, or you can add the challenge move, which is elbow to opposite knee on an exhale. Here we go. So remember, it's the knee that's coming up towards the elbow, not the other way around. And the next time that right knee comes up, we're going to hold on. Here's where the yoga tie can come in very handy, if that's useful to you. I'm going to hold on below the knee. Sit up nice and tall and relax your shoulders. Let's circle the ankle. Go the other way. Good. So taking a hold of the knee with your right hand, just do some nice circles. Opening up the hip joint. And go the other way, please. Good. So you can continue to hang on like this, but I'm going to invite you to try cradling the hip and rocking it just like a baby. Holding on with the hand on the foot, The other hand on the knee, just rocking. Nice and slow. Remember, if this does not feel good to you, simply stay with the knee press. Let's move into the figure 4 stretch. So remembering your options here, you can cross at the ankle, at the knee, or place that foot right on top of the thigh. Sitting up tall. So tweaking the pose so you find just the right level of stretch. You can press down on the knee, gently pull up on the foot, or add a forward fold like this. Relaxed head, relaxed breath. Let's sigh out the breath just to help us relax. Breathe in and let it go with a sound. Once more, breath comes in and we let it go. Good. And release. Come on up. Uncross. And let's do all of those moves on the opposite side. So we need to walk a little further. Add in arms if you like. And adding the challenge move if you would like to include that. Exhaling the breath each time you raise your knee. So maybe they don't touch, and that's quite all right. Even if you can bring the knee up a little bit, you're working those abdominal muscles. So let's now bring up the left knee and hold on, again, using your yoga tie. If that's helpful, sitting up tall, shoulders relaxed, and circling the ankle. So we want to keep the rest of the leg quiet, just move the ankle. And going in the other direction. Good. So let's work a little more deeply into the hip. Left hand on the knee as you circle. As much as possible, keep your upper body still. That will isolate the move where it needs to go. And the other way. Good. So you can keep with the circle or the knee press, or you can add the cradle rock. Again, making sure you're not leaning forward. You want to be sitting up nice and tall. Couple more rocks from side to side. So let's move into the figure 4 stretch here. Crossing wherever is comfortable for you. You be the best judge of that. And then pressing down on the knee, pulling up on the foot, nice tall sit, adding that forward fold. And let's try that sighing out breath again. Good. And inhale. Up you come. Uncross and sit. So let's strengthen our core a little more with the Pilates seated 100. Options are to keep the heels on the floor, or actually to lift the toes and point them. So by pointing your toes, you're going to feel the muscles in the front of your leg engage. Okay. Arms are going to extend. We're going to breathe 4 times in and 4 times out as we pump the arms. Legs stay quiet. Here we go. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. And in, 2, 3, 4. And out, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. If you get tired, you can always lower your heels or actually stop. and in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. A couple more times. Feel free to stop if you need to. And pause. See if you can keep the legs extended. Maybe bring your chest a little further forward. Engage your core. Take a couple of breaths. And release your feet. Release your hands. And complete the relaxation of the belly with a forward fold. Good. And inhale, let's come up. So something we haven't done in a while that's very helpful around the holidays, as I said, with all the eating and drinking that we do, sometimes our systems get a little off kilter. And there's a technique in yoga called abdominal massage. And so we're going to practice that now. I'm going to make, it's going to look backwards to you. I'm going to be using my right hand. So it's going to look like the left to you, but use your right hand and create a fist. Okay. So we're going to follow the normal shape of the intestine to help move things along. So I'm going to take my fist, press it in to the lower right of my abdomen. Okay. And I'm going to make some circles as I press in with my knuckles. You can add a forward fold here also. That helps. Come on up. And then take your knuckles and move them a little higher up. You want to be below the rib cage, so still on the soft part of the belly. Circle the knuckles. Add the forward fold if that feels good. Good. And inhale, come on up. This is a good practice to do like first thing in the morning to get your plumbing humming. So now taking your fist and moving it to the midline, again, below the ribs. Press in, circle, and add the forward fold. Giving Mother Nature a little bit help here. Good. So now we're going to come over to the left. We're going to start just below the ribs, pressing into the soft part, pressing in, making circles with the knuckles, adding the forward fold. Come up. And so moving the fist further down now on the left, press in, circle. And one more time, forward fold. Inhale. Come on up. Take a breath. Good. So let's move into a twist. We'll do both versions. So we'll start with the right side, reach that arm forward. Exhale, bring that palm to your knee. Left hand to your chair. Nice tall sit. Lengthening on the inhale and twisting as you exhale. Nice relaxed chin. I'm going to cross my left leg over my right. One more breath here, please. And let's release that and do the second version of the twist. So both feet are going to come over to the left, beginning with a nice tall sit. So I'm going to be reaching around and taking hold of the back of my chair, but holding on low down so my shoulders relax. Breath comes in, and then the exhale begins the twist. looking towards the back of your chair, feet flat on the floor. And let the next inhale be the beginning of the release. Coming around. Other side. Left arm reaches forward. Palm comes to the right knee, right hand to the chair. I'm going to cross my right leg over the left. Lengthening a little bit more each time I breathe in, and twisting a little bit more each time I exhale. Small movements. Good. Breathe in and release that version of the twist. And let's go to the other side. So both feet are coming over now to the right, beginning with a nice tall spine. Breathing in and rotating towards the back of your chair. Where do you feel the stretch most strongly? Good, and let's release that, coming around to the front. Take a couple of breaths. So when I think of gratitude, I think about things that make me feel joyful, whether it's the company of a special person or beautiful sunny day, whatever it is. So we're going to celebrate that with the breath of joy. We're going to do 2 rounds. I'm going to lead it seated, and then I'm going to come to standing and do the breath standing. So if that does not work for you, you can repeat the breath of joy seated, and we'll do 2 short series of that. So don't worry. And if you get tired, just sit it out. So breath of joy, make sure your feet are separated, 3 breaths in, and then a forward fold as you exhale. So here we go. Breath in, breath in, breath in, let it go. Ha. Breath in, breath in, breath in. Ha. Just like you're conducting a beautiful symphony. Ha. Couple more times. Ha. Last time. And just let yourself hang down for a moment. Give your head a shake. Relax. And come on up. So I'm going to come to standing now and repeat the breath of joy standing. I invite you to join me if you feel comfortable doing so. And if not, just repeat it seated. So make sure if you're standing that there's nothing that you're going to hit your hands on as you come forward. So I have a nice comfortable stance. I'm going to breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, and let it go. Ha, good. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. If you can, ha, sweep the floor. Ha, raise those hands wide as you breathe in, and exhale completely as you breathe out. Ha, couple more times if you can manage. Ha. And let it go. Ha. Hang down like a rag doll. Release your head. Soften your knees. Pedal your feet. Good. And inhale. Come on up. So if you're not already standing and want to join us in some standing work, now is the time to come up. I'm going to shift my weight to the leg closest to the chair, which is my right. And I'm going to begin to pick up my left foot. This is called standing wind relievers. Bringing the knee up as high as it would like to go. Don't lock that supporting leg. And breathe. Relax your shoulders. Good. From here, we're going to be moving into the warrior pose. So I'm going to be taking that raised leg and bringing it behind me. Breathe in. Exhale, step back. Sink down. Good. So we always like to include warrior pose prior to Thanksgiving in case you have some troublesome relatives or friends that you need to deal with around the holiday table. You can always sneak off to the kitchen and do a warrior pose. Good. You can add the other arm if you don't need it for support. Nice steady breath. Good. Let's move into warrior two from here. So the feet will stay right where they are. I'm going to lower my arms. Right arm comes forward. Left arm goes back. I sink down just a little bit deeper. Good. One more breath. And exhale, lower the hands. Good. Let's move into warrior three. So we'll take the leg that's back, which is your left foot, and step it forward. So nice space between your legs, and then turn and face your chair. So hinging right at the hip crease on an exhale, beginning to bend the torso. So if you can manage it, place your hands on the chair. Remember, it's a flat back pose. It's not rounding the spine. You're thinking of extending rather than bending. If that feels comfortable, you can begin to release that back leg a little bit or a lot, and the opposite hand. How about one more breath here? Great. Lower the hand, lower the feet, bring yourself up, and let's stretch out that muscle. So I'm going to bend my left leg. And if you can manage, take a hold of your foot and guide it towards your buttocks. Breathing. Now, this might be plenty challenging enough, but if you like, you can release the opposite hand. This is called the dancer. Release the foot. Turn and face the front. Pause for a couple of breaths. That's kind of vigorous. So let's go the other side. I want to make sure we're well balanced here. So I'm shifting my weight now to my left leg, which is closest to the chair. And I'm going to begin to pick up my right foot. Good. Holding on wherever is comfortable. Maybe the foot only comes up a little bit, and that's perfectly fine. Making sure that supporting leg has a little bit of flex in the knee. So breathe in, and now we're going to step back with the right foot, setting up for warrior pose. Warrior pose is called Virabhadrasana in Sanskrit. And the myth is that Virabhadra was a powerful warrior. He was so powerful that he never even had to fight to win a battle. Just his presence, his power, subdued his enemies. Winning without fighting. A good concept. So let's move into warrior two. So feet stay where they are. Left arm comes forward. Right arm goes back. Sink down. Think about broadening across your back. by reaching the hands away from each other. Good. Inhale, exhale, lower the hands and step that right foot forward. We're setting up for warrior 3 on this side. So both feet facing the chair. I like to put my hand right where I want the bend to come from to sort of remind me. So on an exhale, coming forward. Keep those knees unlocked. There's always a tendency to lock the knees as you bend, so remind yourself. Let yourself settle in. And then if you like, release that back leg up. And the opposite arm. Head stays neutral, looking towards the floor. Good. Lower the hand, lower the foot, step up. And let's go into that quad stretch on this side. So bending that right knee, drawing the heel towards the buttocks. Again, if you want to try coming into dancer pose by releasing the hand, you can, not necessary. Excellent. Release that. Face forward, and let's take a seat. Nicely done, everybody. So let's finish up with just a couple of easy twists, reaching up, twisting to the left, to the right. We want to slow down just a little after that vigorous part of the practice. So this time when we go to the right, let's just pause. Good. Breathe it up and exhale to the left. Easy does it with the breath. Good. And back to center. Nicely done, everybody. So let's just sit for a while. Close your eyes. Begin to explore the sensations in your body after your practice. If you feel something in the hips, say thank you to your hips, your shoulders. Thank you. Each part of the body working together. Such a beautiful creation. Savoring each and every breath. If you find any places that are still holding on to a little extra tension or tightness, send the breath and especially the exhale right there. As you sit and breathe and relax, I want to share a reading with you by Baha'u'llah, who is the founder of the Baha'i faith. And he writes, "Be generous in prosperity and thankful in adversity. Be fair in judgment and guarded in speech. Be a lamp unto those who walk in darkness and a home to the stranger. Be eyes to the blind and a guiding light unto the feet of the erring. Be a breath of life to the body of all humankind, a dew to the soil of the human heart, and a fruit upon the tree of humility. Deepening your breath a little bit and adding some final stretches. Again, no right or wrong way to do this, just whatever feels good. Opening your eyes if they're closed, bringing your hands to heart center. Let's once again join our voices as a Sangha, a community of practice. Breathing in. Om. Om. Shanti. Peace. May all beings know peace, and may we share peace with everyone we meet today. Namaste. Jai Bhagwan.